Hey guys, you may remember me from my illustrious videos such as Gay Nigga Dies in Traffic, but it's not all I do. I don't just scream like a fucking autistic retard. Speaking of autistic retards, we're gonna draw a couple today. Have you ever noticed, because a lot of these kids who are retarded when you're in high school, they, got some mental deficiencies and all, but have you noticed their eyes are always soulless? You know? You look at them, you kind of wonder, like, what's going on there? And, it's just always kind of a blank canvas unless the kid's violent. And then you kind of know all that's in his head is just violence. Also, for context, these are just quick little sketches I'm doing. I'm a lot better than this, please trust me. I get commissions sometimes because I'm just that cool. Alright, but point being is that, I don't know, at least in my experience from seeing, like, retarded kids, there's always, like, there's like, the overall genre of retarded kid, and then there's, like, the subgenres, kind of like death metal and, thrash metal. Something I've noticed throughout my years of experience is that there's, like, the fucking brickhead kids, and then there's the pinheads, and then there's those kind of, like, in-between, like, fucking water balloon head kids, like, as in, like, their mom had to have a cesarean section because they weighed 12 pounds with being born, and they, would have, killed their mother. The mother was too stupid or poor to get them actually aborted. Yeah, my favorite ones have always been the brickhead kids because they're really funny, and usually they're nicer because usually the brickhead kids are like the kids with like Down syndrome, and there's a real blast to have around. The balloonhead kids are always the meanest from what I've noticed. So I'm not sure if this was ever like an established thing, but I really wish they'd bring back funny names for like retarded kids, like Jason, those things, like, they don't really match them. I think I wish parents would have like a sense of humor when having like their fucking little bundles of joy. They come out looking like a fucking piece of old fried chicken. I wish it would, if you've ever seen something about Mary, I wish they would name their kids like, Mongo. Now that's a good name for a kid who weighs 250 pounds at, the age of 7, you know what I'm saying? God damn it. Here's the thing. I think honestly my least favorite retarded, like, subgenre are the autists, because they're close to being normal. They can, sometimes if they're normal, if like, they're high functioning enough, they can get away with like, having a job and like stuff like that. And like, you don't really figure out that they're retarded until they, start saying how they want to like shoot up a school or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And so, I don't know. There's nothing really about like their faces that give away, oh, you're a fucking retard. Usually it's like you have to kind of like do some investigative work to find out that they're raging autists. But sometimes they make it easy on you and say something just so like off the wall stupid that you're like, oh, gotcha. So right here we have two excellent individuals. So we have a balloon head and a brick. For obvious reasons. Let's give these two a name. If this were the crawl up, you're like your mother's or your sister, I don't know, you'd probably thinking like, oh, that's an ugly little baby. And group to be this. I feel like you usually name your kids when you turn like 5 and you kind of get a good read on what they're gonna look like in the future. But this guy looks like, this guy looks like a, I don't know, a Jimby.
Hey, Jimmy, get in your fucking room right now. Get your wheelchair.
It's a really cute name for such an excellent individual, such an, upstanding citizen of society. When the brickheads are a bit easier, you can go with things like his Mongo, Grungor, anything that's like belong to a J.R.R. Tolkien like orc name. This guy, however, is, exceedingly excellent. He's gonna be on Tumblr real soon, getting in trouble. I feel like this guy is he's a Grimby. Grimby. Really cute name for such a cute individual. Now for the pinheads. Pinheads are always the worst, because usually they're like low functioning fucking autists because their brains fucking fuse too early in the womb. Because their fucking mothers smoked too much or like drank too much. But sometimes they can be cool. Usually, I don't know, I've noticed that like their noses are usually pretty upturned, but I'm not gonna deal with that. And their eyes are usually lifeless, but not that lifeless. And usually leave a little fucking cute smile to go along with it. Let's see. Give them some cute little... You know, honestly, they look kind of like husks. Little husky boys. Usually pretty skinny. Because they're fucking... Most of their glands in their brain are fucking getting crushed by their intracranial pressure from their heads being fused at the age of fucking 2. But, you know, they're like, you know, on the tier list of, you know, blockheads and fucking balloon heads. I feel like, unlike my earlier comment, I think pinheads are honestly the meanest. But they produce some excellent individuals. No, but kind of explanation of what I'm doing here. So pinheads, from what I've noticed at least, like their teeth are usually really clumped up because their brains are fucking fused. So this is the final rendition of a pinhead. Well, not the final, but you know, these are the 3 little kind of like subgenres. This can honestly go in a Darwinian book describing these these special individuals. What should his name be, though? I don't know. Pinheads are always hard to, like, clamp down because their parents pretend they're normal, but they're not. So, this one's name is gonna be Jared. It's spelled weird. There was one time when I was like younger, me and my friends got sushi, and we gaslit my friend into thinking that there was a kid at our high school named the Mollusk. And there is no such child named the Mollusk, or even referred to as the Mollusk. But we gaslit him. He was all like, oh, and he started like, he was gaslit so hard that he thought that there's actually a person named the Mollusk. And yeah, it was kind of funny. And even to this day, we bring it up to him that like, you know, do you remember the time we told you that there was a guy named the Mollusk? And to this day, like 4 years later, he's still convinced that there was a child named the Mollusk, or at least or at least called the Mollusk. And he's like, like that when he's like trying to fucking describe the immense pain he feels because he knows he's fucking wrong. But, you know, take this as you will. This is a good introduction to the new path this channel's gonna be going. Just kind of like bullshit. You know, I might do more serious stuff. I can draw better. Just take some time. Not really in the mood right now. But, you know, if you really want to see my art, you're not gonna see the rest of it, because fuck you. That's why.